Peace, everyone. Baba Kilindi here. How's everybody doing? I'd like to say, hope everyone's doing well in the midst of the coronavirus. At this point, it's not so much the virus as it is the social understandings of what's going on with the government and states and the federal government and local governments, school closings. People are now starting to go to the stores and load up. But just wanted to get out of the way what the purpose of this live is for. The Detroit Psychedelic Conference is in August. And by that time, we should definitely know what's happening as far as this thing is concerned. And it will be summer, where most coronaviruses diminish and fall off because of the temperature. Much of a coronavirus is based upon temperature. That's why the flu has a season to it. And this coronavirus may have a coronavirus season to it also. So this may be a continuing thing. We don't know as of yet. We don't know the severity. We don't know the number of people who have it, the people that are passing it. So it can get real nasty real quick. But we've extended the early bird tickets for the Detroit Psychedelic Conference, which is August 7th, 8th, and 9th in the city of Detroit. We've extended the early bird ticket to April 10th, so you can still get in at the early bird price. So that was the purpose of me letting folks know that you can still get in at the early bird ticket price. And this thing is filling up fast. It's going to be a monumental conference. We were good in putting the conference in August and not in, you know, May or something like that, because I think this thing will probably still definitely be affecting the world for the next couple of months here. But we should be out of the woods by August, or so deep in the woods that conferences and things like this aren't going to matter, because viruses mutate and sometimes they can get worse. And we're hoping for the best, but we prepare for the worst. Meaning that don't be arrogant, don't be silly, don't be saying, "Oh, this is nothing, so I'm not going to buy some. I'm not going to buy some extra food." Because people are calling me saying, "What are you doing to prepare?" I said, "I'm number one. I'm already prepared. I've been prepared since before Y2K, and have upped my food supply and water and the things that you need for any emergency. It could be a flock of birds that hit the transformer someplace and knock out the whole eastern seaboard of electricity, and you'd have to have supplies. Or could be a tornado or a hurricane, according to where you're at. You're supposed to have at least a month's worth of food in your house so that you're able to, you know, deal with just any type of an emergency. And anybody that doesn't do that is just acting silly. Um, I have grandchildren, and I'm not going to look them in the eye and say, "Oh, well, I didn't get no extra food because I didn't think it was real." You're supposed to have it anyway. So, you know, um, you know, everybody, is grown here and you do what you want. But I look at preparation as something that, number one, should be done. And the people who are in the know and sensible have had most of the basics in their homes anyway. Um, okay, I'm back. I don't know what happened. So you should have those things. But now you got to compete with everybody else out here, and that's going to get crazy because we see that they are quarantining in certain places, closing schools and all the things like I said earlier. And this is a possibility that these things may happen. Maybe a 2 week quarantine, but quarantines can, once they do it, or once they institute martial law, this can be indefinite, until, they release it. So, it could be mild as far as the social ramifications of this, or it could be severe as far as the social ramifications of this. But uh, by the time I said August comes, we should be out of the woods for this season as far as coronavirus, flu, and things like that. But people preparing now is a good idea, especially if you have children. Those people who have fasted and things like that over the years have one upsmanship or one womanship to be able to endure, because we have many people who have never missed a meal, many people that will not prepare, and people that we can look at Katrina, and people who have not missed a meal, have not prepared, will, many times die because of number one, the psychological ramifications of never missing a meal, never missing one day of food, you know. And then those people who are in aggressive mode to get food, if they know you got food, they're coming for you. So hope along with your food you have been buying ammunition, and hopefully you got your rifle, shotgun, pistol, and all that kind of stuff. Yes, that's part of it. These type of things are part of why you have those things in the house, have prepared, have practiced, and know what you're doing. And you have taught your children well. If you have things in your home that you need to protect, then that's only prudent to have those things. Now you can be the people who think that the spiritual powers will protect you, and they will. But you got to step forward too. You can't be silly in it saying the spirit going to protect you. I'm a spiritual person, but I got a pistol too, and I have food in preparation. So I'm going to do something more in depth on the coronavirus and its social ramifications, because you got to look at it. They just shut a whole country down, and New York is on lockdown, and they're preparing for every place else. So definitely, you need to keep your you need to keep your um, you need to keep your immune system high. You need to have your herbs and your mushrooms, your cordyceps and your reishi and your other mushrooms that are for your immune system to help, keep your immune system high. Most people, they're saying at this point that if you get it and you're not 70 or 80 years old, that you uh, won't, you probably won't die from it. You'll just be sick with flu-like symptoms. Um, I'm not going for all of that. There's a lot of other things that we'll talk about a little later dealing with this, you know. So, signing off, as I said before, we've extended the early bird tickets for the Detroit Psychedelic Conference until April 10th. So, get your tickets now. Don't wait. Um, don't wait. So, have a good day, and I'll get back with you soon on my thoughts in depth on the coronavirus preparation, what we should do, what we should have, how we should view this thing. So, Baba Kilindi signing off. Y'all have a good day. Be safe, and don't get caught in the long soup line. And if y'all want that 1982, if you want that 1982 cheese and that old World War II rations and things like that the government gonna be handing out in about 3 weeks, don't get your butt to the store. You'll find out. Have a good day. Peace.